everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mad Trippin'. Today is day 4 on our trip to Mission Beach, San Diego. I really don't have any plans for the week. I'm sure I'll go cover something, but we're just kind of hanging out. Today is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. It is 11 a.m. and 73 degrees. Are you ready? Let's start tripping. I am making my walk down to I wouldn't say the corner store. It's a corner on some building, but it's a good little ways walk for me down this way down here. Probably all the way down by where that blue building is down there. But I'm gonna go to the local store down here to get myself my morning coffee. My morning Dr. Pepper, that is. Now I'm back at the house and I just love this view. I dropped my Dr. Pepper off at the house and we're heading back out. I'm walking along the bay line here, checking it out. The water is nice and smooth. It looks like the tide came up pretty high last night, right up to the sidewalk boardwalk area over here. We'll check that out. So we're starting off our day here in the beautiful Mission Beach Bay. Look at this, the water's nice and clear today. You can see all the way to the bottom right there. Water's a little still, not much turning it up, but it did come up pretty high last night. Let's take a look. This area right here went all the way up to the sidewalk there last night. I wish I was down here when I could have checked that out and seen it come up that high. Looks like it did it only right here in the bay. That looks pretty dry down there. Just looks like it came up right about here. I really don't know what my plans are for today, just kind of hanging and relaxing. My nephew has his big canopy set up by the beach where the family can go hang out and get some shade. Kids can do a little bit of swimming. But yesterday I got in 19,000 steps, so I need to break that record today. So I am just out moving about today, trying to get those 20,000 steps in to see if I can do it today. There's one of my favorite places right there, the Catamaran right off the bay here. I'm gonna head back to the beach, see what's going on. Maybe walk to the store. I already went out and got my morning Dr. Pepper. We're doing good there. Looks like a lot of the boats are already rented out today. There's a couple left over there. Some people paddle boarding. It's a nice, beautiful day on the bay. So pretty much everybody in my family recommended this place to me. They said these burritos tasted really fresh, and they did taste really fresh, but it's not my type of burrito. Now don't go by my review because I don't like when you do whole beans in a burrito. I like the beans to be mashed up and refried, and that's just not what this was. This was more whole beans poured into a tortilla, and that was your burrito, and that's just not my type of burrito. Just outside of the Catamaran, heading, south, had lunch at La Playa. My family likes it. They recommended it. I came down here. It's not for me. I had a bean and cheese burrito, but it's one of those places where they don't, I don't know, maybe they don't refry the beans, or they don't refry the beans that much, and you have whole beans in there. It's like they take the pinto bean soup and just kind of pour it in a tortilla, and just not for me. The hot sauce is good, but if you kind of like that, that's the reason I don't like, I'm not a big fan of Chipotle. They like Chipotle, but I don't like Chipotle's bean burritos. For that reason, it's whole beans. It's just not for me. I like going down by the roller coaster and getting a burrito down there. That's where I'm going to go tomorrow. We're going to check out Belmont Park as much as we can. But I love these travel vans right here. Oh, I'd love to be able to get one of those with a bathroom in the back. Be able to travel around the country in one of those. That would be cool. But I would give La Playa, just for me, with those whole beans. I didn't even finish. You're going to have to give it $1 sign for your money. Man, I don't know what I'm doing today, and isn't that kind of nice? Isn't that kind of the point of coming on vacations like this, camping or going to the beach? For me anyways, I don't have anything pre-planned. A vacation for me is to come and relax, right? So that's what I'm doing. I just came off the beach. I'm gonna go up to the store, get a nice big old size bottle of water. Just came off the beach with the nephews and nieces and the family coming down. Not really having anything planned, just watching the little kids play on the beach and enjoy their day, right? Making those family memories. But we'll see. I'm definitely trying to still get in those 20,000 steps. That's why I want to walk and get this water bottle. See if I can beat my previous record. The most I did up here was 19,000. In a day. In a day. Not the whole week. So I'm going to see if I can beat that record tonight. I have to do at least 20,000. So I've been walking everywhere. Going back to the house when somebody needs a chair or something or a towel, volunteering to do that, trying to get as much steps in as I can. I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. So my average is probably 8,000 steps a day, working cleaning townhomes, mostly driving, right? Do a lot of driving, so I'm not getting those steps in. But we're gonna see if we can beat that record today. I'll show you with the, we'll take a look at the very end to see if I got the 20,000 steps. I am heading back to the beach to meet everybody, going through one of these side alleys here. Picked myself up an Icelandic bottled water. It's $1 more than the glacier water, but I don't know. I thought the bottle looked cool, so I'm gonna try it off. Is it really worth $1 more? Probably not, but got to kiss some Haribo Gold Bears, so I'll be right there. I was sitting around there on the beach thinking, first of all, I need to get a hat because my ears are starting to get burned. It's getting a little warm and that sun beating down on you when I'm walking around out here. And then I thought, you know, why don't I go take a look at all the places I've stayed since we first started coming here, starting with the first hotel we stayed at while we were down there. And it'll also give you a look of the hotels that are down here that you can try renting. You know, you get a view of it from the outside and you think, yeah, that might be worth the price when you look it up online. Give you the name of the hotel, the location. Of course, highly recommend Catamaran. That's at the top of the list. Now, if money's the issue, which it always is, there are some cheaper hotels as you go down Garnet Avenue, and I think it's Grant. I have to take a look. The farther, of course, the farther away you get from the ocean, the cheaper it's going to be. But there are some nice places in here. I love that Catamaran Resort. Can't speak highly enough of that place. But yeah, some of the hotels are just right down here, right close to the Catamaran even. Let's go take a look. Now, I never stayed at this hotel, but I always thought it was pretty cool looking for some reason or another. The blue and white hotel here is the Mission Bay Motel. It's got 2 stories, look at that. Plenty of rooms. It's pretty close to Mission Bay and the ocean right here. You just got to cross Mission Boulevard. It's on the east side of Mission Boulevard. So the hotel rooms do get a little cheaper there than they are on the ocean, of course. But we're getting closer to the first hotel I ever stayed at as a kid when I was down here. Okay, we're on Mission Boulevard and Reed Avenue. And that's where you can find the beach cottages. Take a look at the beach cottages here. Look at that. They go all the way from there, all the way to that side over there. I have never stayed in the beach cottages, I don't think. So not only do the beach cottages stretch down the alleyway here, but they also come up to the front of the ocean where you have actual beach cottages out in front and not the hotel style building right there in the back. So I'm assuming, of course, that the cottages out in front cost a little bit more than if you were staying up here in the hotel room. But more importantly than anything, you can get these little beach cottages to yourself right out here on the boardwalk, right in front of Pacific Beach here. We're also getting close to Crystal Pier. This is the entrance off of the boardwalk there. Got these beautiful little beach cottages, own private gate going out front. It stretches all the way to this side over here with the buildings in the back. Right now we're on Mission Boulevard and Grand Avenue. When you head west along here, you're gonna have a little bit of public parking. Pacific Beach Fire Station 21 is here. Firehouse is here, which my brothers like. Right here on the corner is the hotel, the Ocean Park Inn. I believe they remodeled this place. It definitely looks a lot different than what I remember. I've never stayed here, but we had family members stay here. And they actually quite enjoyed staying here at the time. Of course, this is, 20 years ago or so. So we're gonna head up to the beach here and head on over to look at Crystal Pier. This is part of the hotel right here. It comes up to the actual boardwalk. Right up to, you have to walk down to the beach on this one. It's a bit higher up the boardwalk on this side. And that's where we're heading right there over to Crystal Pier. Looks like they do have a bit of a police incident up here. We'll take a look as we go. And they definitely pulled somebody over up here, getting them out of the car. And got them handcuffed up, 2 of them. Something was going on with this car. They pulled in kind of quick and got him. I was walking the other way and just missed it. That's Crystal Pier to our right. That's where we're going right now. But take a look at the beach. Definitely a crowded week at the beach. I don't think it was this busy last year. There were days where there was a bunch of people out, but not like this. This is actually kind of nice to see, so I'm enjoying it. But I don't know what happened with this police incident over here to the left. She's not acting like she's worried about anything, but the Mercedes is damaged in the front a little bit to the right-hand side. And they're definitely not supposed to park there. You can't park here. Nice and busy out here along the beach today. Again, the more people that are out, the more people that are spending money for the local community, and that I enjoy. So we're going to take a look at Crystal Pier right now. Another place that you can rent down here on Mission Beach. Okay, we are on Mission Boulevard and Garnett Avenue. And one of the things that makes staying at the Crystal Pier area here a little bit, I guess, convenient is all the restaurants and shops that are in the area here. To our left, to our right, the next street's over. Plenty of shops and restaurants if you're looking for something to feed the family. But we're gonna walk up to the Crystal Pier. I love this, sleep over the ocean. Let's go check it out. Now, I have never stayed here. I believe I covered that last year when we checked this out. But I have had people who have stayed here. Roger, who was the fisherman of the group, he liked coming out here and staying over the pier so he could just wake up in the morning or sit out late at night and just fish off the pier here, which has got to be very relaxing. So there is no visitor or public parking, but it is a public welcome area. So you just come over to the gate here. No bikes, skates, dogs, skateboards, scooters, or segways do not walk or carry bikes on the pier. It is private property, but you are welcome to come out here and walk the pier. And I'm assuming you'd have to have a fishing license like we do in Arizona and come out here on the pier and do some fishing. So you have the homes all down on this side. Some of them are over the sand. And of course, the further you get out, they're hanging over the pier. But check these places out. How cool would that be? They do have parking for your particular cottage that you rent out here. They're all pretty much the same. You can drive your car, park it out right out in front of your cottage. Or if you have a bigger car to easy a little bit, you can find public parking that you'll have to pay for, I'm sure, outside of Crystal Pier here. We're not exactly over the water yet, I don't think. No, we're still over sand. Beautiful little cottages though. I'm trying to see if I can get a view where somebody's not sitting on the porch so I don't bother them. What a beautiful view that is to be able to sit out on the porch and see the beach like that. And it's on both sides, so you have a view of the beach over there off of this porch. So we're about 5 houses away from the pier walk up there where you can go fishing, and you can hear the waves crashing underneath me. So these houses right here all start to stay over the ocean crashing in underneath the pier. That is pretty cool. At the end, one of the little houses here has turned into a little, like a bait shop or something. That's pretty cool. A little snack shop. Now, last year we got to go all the way out to the end of the pier, but this year the pier is closed due to storm damage. So whatever storm they had out here in beautiful Mission Beach, San Diego, did some damage to the pier, and they find it unsafe. So I'm gonna have to getting ready to do some work on it here, probably after the summer maybe. If they're gonna work on it, I would assume that would be it after the, the tourist season ends. So it's a little calm down the food court so they can get their equipment in. Look at this beautiful view. Imagine getting this corner house right here. You have a beautiful porch out there overlooking the water, but look how high up you are off the surf. That is actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to try it one year. When the family's coming out, I'm just gonna have to rent one of these places for the week and just try it out. I don't know, could I do the week? I don't know if I could sleep there every night. Yeah, I probably could. It probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. Just depends on how much it moves and shakes, I guess. All right, that was nice. You got a little view of the ocean there, a really high view of the ocean. I think this, now you can probably get up one of those hotels there and get a view from the top floor down, but it's a nice view out here. These boardwalk wood panels feel like they're getting a little old. Probably need to be replaced soon, but one of these years, I'm gonna have to check this out. If I got one, I would definitely have to do it over the water. I couldn't do it. I could do the lamp art if maybe they were sold out and we were coming that week or something, but yeah, I think I would have to do it over the water to get the full enjoyment of it. Let's keep scrounging around and finding what other hotels are out around here. Here's a view of the porches you get over here at Crystal Pier. So those are the ones that are off the sand right there. That's nice. But I do like the ones that are over the ocean right there. That just looks like it would be fun. Fun to do for a week, right? Here's the north part of the beach. And over on this side, like I said, down here by Crystal Pier, you have a bunch of restaurants and shops and other rental units right here, Tower 23. But I'm just looking at the places that I know people have stayed at, like that tall building right back down there is the Capri by the sea. I definitely had family members that stayed there and they enjoyed it while they were staying there. Let's go take a look. I believe we're coming up on the first hotel that I've ever stayed at. Here out of Pacific Beach Lifeguard Station. Yeah, this very cool statue of a seagull and a tuxedo vest here. Look at that. How cool is that? So when you're coming in off the freeway off of Highway 8 and you make the turn to go to the beaches, and you get pretty much on the road that takes you to Ingram Street or that or that SeaWorld turnoff there, which takes you to Mission Beach. If you miss that roundabout, that turnaround there, you can just keep going straight down Ingram Street and it'll take you to Grand Avenue. Take Grand Avenue to Mission Boulevard and you're right here. Now, this is the first place that we stayed at here in San Diego, Mission Beach, California. My brother wanted a room on the 3rd floor, oceanside, overlooking the ocean. We were only here for a night. We were cutting through San Diego and then driving up to Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, Universal Studios, that trip. And he wanted to stay, and see that ocean for that night. We got in a little bit later than you would normally, and the only rooms that were left were on this side. He was not happy. We stayed on the 2nd or 3rd floor. I know it was we stayed on the 3rd or the 4th floor. I think it was the 3rd, and I believe it was this one right here, if I remember right. I did not get a good ocean view when I was staying here because I was just a little kid, and by the time we got in, we didn't really go to the beach. We went out to eat, and then my mom brought me back to the hotel while my brothers went out with their spouses to the beach. So that was my first place staying. Was it called the Surfer Beach Hotel then? I'm not sure it was called the Surfer Beach Hotel then. That might be something. Isn't this the Blue Surfer Motor Lodge? Or am I mistaken? Let me know if I'm mistaken. People who've been here long enough, comment below. If you have a picture of that sign, the Surfer Beach Hotel, that might have been what it is. The Wayfarer over there was definitely changed. I have not stayed there. We've had family that stayed there. They like it. It used to be the Best Western, I believe. We've even stayed in this back area here, but the rooms over here in the front face the ocean, and you can't get an ocean view. Of course, it's going to cost more when you get that ocean view than it does without if you stay in the hotel back in here. During the peak season, summer, spring breaks, holidays, stuff like that, they're definitely more expensive. So plan on that. If you can come during the off season, you don't have kids, you can do a September week out here, or October, something like that, April. I forget when the peak season starts. I think it's May. You can definitely get them a little bit cheaper. All right, now we're going to go down and check out the houses. There's only a couple of the houses left, the original houses that I stayed in. The Big Blue House being my favorite, 706, because they still have their porch. I told you how they cut off all the porches in the front of the boardwalk there when they widened it. So that was one of the ones that still had a porch. The second house we stayed in, I don't think it's here anymore. I can't find it. It was a small little house. It had exposed beams on the inside, and we would play head volleyball. One person would stand on each side, and you had to hit the volleyball with your head over the beam. What else are you gonna do, right? Always find a game to play. Let's go take a look. It's actually nice right now. I was walking down the boulevard here. Got some shady spots because the sun's going down. And a nice cool breeze finally along the boulevard here. It's nice, feels good. All right, we're coming up on the first houses that we ever rented here. I believe we rented out two of them. One brother and one brother and the other. With me and my mom. Family was small then. This is off of Seagirt. There's a big hole in the concrete right there. Check that out. Yeah, big hole in the concrete going down to the sand right there. I'm following that. Beach is looking good. So that definitely wasn't there. That was a different house then, but they have four little houses here with a house in the middle. I don't know about that house in the middle. This is from Mission Beach Management. We had 3829 and 3825. That was our first one. This is the one that we stayed in. I absolutely love these. They had a bigger porch. It came out in front from the widening that they did the boardwalk. They lost the front of the porch. That's why we absolutely love these houses. I believe another time we came back, we rented all four of the small yellow houses. There's two right here, and then two in the back. Yeah, you got two right here, two in the back, and then I think that's a privately owned home in the middle there. But I absolutely love this. I'm actually thinking about next year, if I can get the family to decide when they're going to go out on time, that I might rent one of these just for myself right there. Look at that. Have your own little bungalow right here off of Mission Boulevard, right off the beach. Isn't that fantastic? So that was the first one we rented. The second house we rented, which is my favorite, is right here down the street. You can see it. There's people outside. I don't want to get too close while I'm filming, but it's off of Sunset, 706 Sunset. But they still have cables hanging off the walls there. Last year there was shingles missing off the roof, probably from that storm, maybe even the storm that closed down the pier, who knows, or when the water came over. But that is my absolute favorite house to rent there, is 706 Sunset Court. So when you're going here, they have the house right here, and I'm going to show you a little bit more. Now, what I love about Sunset Court here is it also has a little apartment that you can rent on top, which is separate from the main house there in the front. I love that main house. You have the porch. Again, they have the porch that stretched all the way out front. Now you only have the side porch left, but you can also rent out these houses in the back. Now, the one right here on the side is just a bedroom with a bathroom and then a little small, like, college dorm refrigerator. And then the second part of the house right there, I think it's 3 bedrooms, if I remember correctly. You can go to Mission Beach Management and find out. And then you can rent the big house. So there's actually 4 properties you can rent right here, which is what I like, because it keeps everybody together. The porch is still big enough for everybody to hang out on. I think my brother is actually considering renting this again next year, where he gets all the properties. So you would have a little apartment there on top, the main house. This house right here, which does have a kitchen in it, and a small house right here, but I'm going to show you right up here. I'm going to sneak up here. Now, they've actually rented this greenhouse out before, and they liked it. And then there's a house through the alleyway here that we rented out last year. Yeah, this one right here is what the cousins had last year. They had the whole thing, which is amazing. So going up these stairs, and then you have a front entrance on the side. But this right here, this lattice wasn't here, but this was my first view of the ocean ever as a kid. We parked the truck, started unloading, and I could see the ocean clearly through here. Of course, like I said, there was no lattice, so it was just an open view all the way to the ocean, and it got me. I remember being so excited. I was not a teenager yet. I think I was maybe 11 or 12 years old. That was my first glimpse of the ocean, and I had to sit there and unload the car, so I wasn't I was eagerly awaiting to go see, you know, a bigger picture of the ocean, which I did. So when we were done loading the car, putting everything inside, I handed them the last bag. 11, 12-year-old me came around this way. I didn't see it through the house for the first time. I actually came around the building because everybody was unloading in the front door right there, and I couldn't get through, and I was just getting antsy. I did my part in helping everybody get everything out of the truck. Now I wanted to see the ocean. I turned the corner here along this path, and there it is, the big, beautiful Pacific Ocean. Look at that. And of course, I walk down this path here, just like we're doing now, many, many moons later. And it was cool coming out here, seeing the vastness of the ocean. A kid who had never really seen the ocean before. This was my first view right here. Once I saw the ocean, I was just amazed. I must have sat here for hours just looking at the ocean, playing in the sand, of course. Every year we come out here, we always built a sand castle or something. And then once you were sitting on this porch behind here, looking at all the beautiful women going by, it just had me hooked. I wanted to live here at one point, but I just couldn't afford it. But I always wanted to move out here. I just love the community of people out here. I love the sense that when you're out here, you feel like you just, you know, you're not being forced to exercise. You just go do it. You don't even know you're doing it while you're doing it, getting all those steps in. I didn't start counting my steps till last year when we were out here. I didn't continue after we got back home because I didn't take that many steps. And not noticing it. I mean, you notice it the first couple of days in the pain in your legs and body and your buttocks and stuff like that and your back. But by the third or fourth day, it just goes away. So not only was this house fantastic, which is still today my favorite place that we rented. Again, I love the porch. I love sitting out there watching people go by. This is one of the other pluses that came with the house off of Sunset here. You walk down the Sunset path. One of the pluses was you come down this path on Sunset and you are right here. It's now the Single Fin, but it was Acapulco Joe's, a little outside bar right there where you could get like chicken fingers, burgers and stuff like that. Right across the street was Rad Rentals. All right, that'll do it for the tour of the houses and hotels that I've stayed at while I've been down here. We'll have to include the catamaran in there, of course. We didn't get really a big picture of that, but that's because we've been going down there all week. But now we're going to go back up to the beach and see what the fam is doing. All right, now this is the last house that we've rented and the current house we're staying in off of Whiting. But it wasn't always like this. It wasn't this beautiful 3-story double-sided house here. Let's take a look at the front. Now we're renting the house on Whiting here from Blue Water Vacation Homes. It's a beautiful house here, beautiful views of the ocean out in front. Now this house wasn't always this two-sided, you know, there's 2 different rentals here. Big 3-story house. It was a small brown house. It was the same size as this property, but it was 2-bedroom, brown with a crow's nest on top, and that's where the owners lived. They lived in a house up on top and rented out the bottom house, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. But it gave you a beautiful view of the ocean here. So what we would do is we would rent out the house that I love the most at 706 Sunset Court. And then when we had another family member coming with their kids, they would rent out a couple other different houses like we're doing now. And they would rent out Whiting when it was just a single level home, of course, double level if you included the crow's nest on top. But we never stayed there. All right, looks like they got a luau going on here at the catamaran. There's definitely a bunch going on out here. So not too packed right there, but I like to see that the beach has people on it. But look at these cabanas that they put out in front here that you can get. Absolutely love it. A little bit of shade, nice chair to relax in. And I don't know if this is a private party luau, but they are jamming. I see a bit of a stage here behind the bamboo. They definitely have a seating area out there, but just talked to one of the family members that was staying here, and they said it was reserved. Wow, look at all those tables and chairs. I don't know if it's them actually doing it. Oh yeah, he's on the drums right there just rocking away. Look at him go. Volcano out there. All the lights up. We're gonna hopefully have time to come back at night and check it out. That's a lot of tables. It must be a wedding party or something like that maybe. Or maybe just for hotel guests that reserve it. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. Got the beautiful view of the bay going on with a luau out here. I love it. Sure. We stayed at the beautiful Catamaran Hotel here. This is the restaurant that we ate at, the Oceana. Love it. Coastal Kitchen. Love the Catamaran. Plenty of seating outside. Plus the koi ponds that they have. I don't know if they're all interconnected or not, but look at these beautiful koi. They might be all connected throughout the property, but I don't know for sure. They got a beautiful entrance with this waterfall in here that they had turned off last night. And the fish, I think, were just sitting there sleeping. They were all sitting still. You come in and you got this beautiful waterfall in the guest services area here. We would check in with the koi swimming around here last night. See if I can get it again when I walk them home. I walked them home late. The waterfall was off and they were all just sitting still. I'm guessing they were sleeping. My nephew has the room. I think that's what we had in 19. I can go back home and check. I'll get his room number and then I have it written down at home. But I believe he has the exact same room. It's either to the left or to the right of the one that we had with the parking lot out in front. I like that because you park your car out in front of your room and then you got the pool right here. You can see the pool is full. Our family is down here enjoying it. Well, some of the family, a large group number of them. But you just look at this beautiful Catamaran Hotel here. This is one of my favorite places to stay when you come down here. It's absolutely fantastically beautiful. Walk through here. They did have a bird show. I'm pretty sure they still have that bird show, but that's why I like, I like to make sure the family gets home safe and all that. But I love the fact that they're staying here when I walk them home, because I walk all the family home. Not all of them are staying here, but I love this walk when I walk them through here, and then I come back out by myself and enjoy all these. They have like 1,000 different species of plants through here. It's just amazing. And then I got this here, another lagoon with koi and ducks flowing through it. I'm just curious to know if it's all interconnected. Of course, when you come into the lobby here, it's that beautiful waterfall. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Got the indoor structure here. Inside, it's nice and cool. We got this cool boat over here. I'm going to show you hanging off the ceiling. First, I want to get a picture of this waterfall. haven't been on this side of the hotel in a while, I don't think, but look, they've got this great little gift shop up here and like a little coffee house off to the side here, a little snack shop and stuff like that. It's a beautiful little gift shop as you come through here. Stuff that you need for like sitting on the beach, little trinkets. I'm going to come in here and get a magnet before I leave for the catamaran. I was going to wait to do my trip before I get the magnet, so I'm actually staying here when I get it. I think I'll actually just pick one up this year. The reason I came over to this side is I wanted to film this big catamaran that they have hanging on the ceiling here. Isn't that cool looking? It's a big old solid wooden catamaran. Very cool looking. All right, that'll do it for the tour of the houses and hotels, motels that we've stayed in throughout the years. Going on, oh geez. Wow, going on over 30 years now. Over 30 years, 35, 36, 37, getting close to 40 years now. Wow, that we've been coming out here. Yeah, probably about 38 years we've been coming out here now. Starting with the first hotel, the catamaran, and then these beautiful houses that we stayed in over the years. That first one being the little yellow one. And then we had the second house that we stayed in was that little house I was telling you about where we played head volleyball in there. And then the third house, and the house that we've probably rented the most, is that 704 Sunset Court. So we have a barbecue going on right now at our house. I'm gonna head over there, get some grub, and then I'm gonna head back out and make sure I get my 20,000 steps in today. Let's keep going. And here we are back at Mission Beach. Absolutely fantastically beautiful out here. Check this out, the sun reflecting off the ocean there. Just makes it gorgeous outside. So it's a beautiful view of the beach from up here. We were just off Crystal Pier. So we're back down here barbecuing for tonight. I'm gonna get in there and help them out, and then we'll get back on the camera here and see what's going on. End of night 4. I'm sitting on the beach. It's approaching midnight. There's still a couple people out. Some people with a campfire over there to my left. Everybody in my household is in bed. Everybody in the other household is in bed. I walked the last people home to the catamaran. They're probably still up because they got a bunch of kids there, so it'll probably be another hour before they're asleep. But everybody's already asleep. I'm the last one up. As per usual, I am the night owl of the family. I think it's good, kind of, to have at least, it's a big family, so you can have all the morning people. I think it's good to have one person up until about 2 in the morning is usually my usual. I think it's good, right? Because you have that extra little bit of security. Nobody's messing with your stuff. Somebody's up in the house. Somebody tries to get on your front porch and take something, I'll see them out there, which I have done before. There were a couple times, maybe 3 or 4, under 5 times where I was up and on the second floor or something, or out on the porch, and somebody was eyeballing our stuff, went up to grab a towel and take it, went up to grab one of our folding chairs. Don't leave your stuff out. I don't know how it is lately, but it used to be you couldn't leave anything out on the porch. It would be gone. A boogie board, somebody I think left a phone out there one time. So don't leave your stuff out on the porch. That's just smart thinking, right? But it's good to have that extra person up in the morning to kind of check over everything, make sure everything's all right. But this is my time to reflect. I come out here every night, sit down, listen to the ocean waves, reflect on what has happened so far during the day, and man, it's been a non-stop blast. It's been absolutely relaxing. I did hit my mark. I'm going to show a picture of that right now. Let's do that. Let's show a picture of that right now. So there we go, 31,000 steps. How about that? I was shooting for 20,000 because I had 19 yesterday, a little over 19,700, and I wanted to hit 20,000 today, and I beat it. 31,000, unbelievable. 31,000 steps I took today. I went to the Crystal Pier, which I can see from here. I'll show you the lights. Went down there and back, checked out all the hotels. I actually had a blast today, reminiscing about where all the places that I've stayed at through the years. That's just something that I like to come out here and do. Like I said, take this time to sit back and just reflect on the day, make sure those memories really sink in. We had a nice little fire pit out here tonight with the whole family sitting around. My brother barbecued. Today we had fajitas, we had steaks, potatoes, corn on the cob. It was absolutely delicious. Better than any restaurant that we've been to so far, even though the catamaran got $5 signs for your money. This barbecue that we had tonight was $5 signs for your money. I wish we could do that every night instead of going out to eat. To be honest with you, maybe go out to eat once or twice, but I like when all the families here, and you have dinner maybe right before sunset, so you can go out on the beach after dinner and watch sunset. And one of our other brothers, who's in from Prescott, he brought over, maybe you've heard of it, Nothing Bundt Cakes. I love that title, Nothing Bundt Cakes. And they bring over these cakes and cupcakes, right? They are fantastically delicious. Oh, I use that word a lot, fantastic, in the past couple days. If you haven't, they're a little on the pricey side, but they are, well, so fresh when you bite into them. And the icing on top is so creamy. Oh, it's so good, so good. I highly recommend Nothing Bundt Cakes. And that was so nice of him to bring that over for the party. I know that cost a pretty penny. Brought it over for everybody. Everybody was able to have, I mean, enough for everybody, right? So I even had enough over to give 4 or 5 cupcakes to the neighbors over there who've been putting up with us through these past couple of days. Really nice people behind us there. We haven't been bothering them a bit. But, you know, it's nice. That's the kind of camaraderie I like out here on the beach and when you're camping, or those type of people. You just run into a bunch of friendly people, right? But take in what happened today, playing with the kids at the pool again and walking everybody home. I love doing that. Back to the catamaran and walking through there. It's so beautiful walking those pathways through the catamaran. And then when everybody's asleep, here I am back on the beach again, just enjoying it's not only the blessings, which we are definitely blessed, we are definitely lucky to be able to do this, and it's a lot of hard work from everybody to get to this point to be able to do this. It just doesn't happen overnight. This is years of hard work that have led us to be able to keep coming out here and doing this, and I'm piggybacking. I definitely couldn't afford this house right here. I could probably just maybe afford a hotel off the ocean for a week to come out here and enjoy it, which is just fine. As far as the hotels go now, I highly recommend, if you have the money, to get a house on the boardwalk. If you ever have that kind of cash, put together a group of people, rent a house on the beach. Put together a group of people that you like spending a week with and rent a house on the beach. But if you're not like my sister, she likes the quiet. She doesn't like to hear the kids going up and down the stairs at night. She's a light sleeper, so the hotel is perfect for her, and she's over here every day at the main house, and we just enjoy everybody's company. But if you want that quietness, but if you want that quiet and you're a light sleeper, then you know you might want to get one off the beaten path here, or get a hotel and then let everybody else get the house and go, you know, hang out with them during the day and hang out with them on the beach. That's perfectly fine. But if you're like me, I like the crowd, the more the merrier. So if you can get a group of people that you like together and rent a house down here right on the boardwalk, I highly recommend it if it's possible. But if not, it's not that bad getting a hotel a little further back and walking to the beach every day. And that's what I like. I haven't been in a car once so far these 4 days driving anywhere. Every day at home, I got to get in the car and go somewhere and do something. I haven't had to do that. That's what I like about here. I used to tell people when I come out here with the Stinger crew, my old bar, I would tell them, look, once I park my car, we'll drive to San Diego, but once I park that car in the garage, it's not leaving till the day we leave. Go to the grocery store, take a wagon with you, just bring back a couple groceries at a time, go out to eat, get burritos, bring it home, enjoy your week. There's no reason to drive a car. Everything is in walking distance around out here, and it forces you to get out and get 31,000 steps today. And that's not forcing myself to do it. That's just walking people home, walking around, doing a little bit of filming, enjoying the walk. I'm not being forced to exercise. I'm actually just going out and doing it without thinking about it. I love it. It's fantastic. Well, I'm going to sit out here on the beach for about another 5 or 10 minutes and just enjoy the pounding surf out here, the sound of the ocean waves crashing in. Thanks for watching. You are so greatly appreciated. Have a great rest of your day and a better tomorrow. Please click that subscribe button, trip over that like button, and remember, never stop tripping.